When you work a full-time job, 9 to 5, it can be so easy to forget to live your life outside of the office. I think something that everybody struggles with, and I know I definitely struggle with, is finding things to do and finding fulfillment outside of work. It can be so easy to fall into the trap of just waking up, going to work, coming home, going to bed, and doing it all again the next day. And ever since I was little, I just knew I did not want to be that kind of person that didn't do anything outside of work, that just got up, went to the office, came home, and didn't do anything else. So I'm gonna be spending this week doing something intentional, doing something fun outside of work in my evenings every day this week, and I wanted to bring you guys along with me for a fun little kind of week in my life. Today is Monday, so we are starting the week off strong. I got out of the office and went straight to one of my boxing classes. That is my favorite way to stay fit and just kind of like keep up with my fitness and my health. I'll typically go on the weekends, but I was busy last weekend, so I had to move my class to Monday night, which is my typical like second choice if I can't go on Saturday or Sunday mornings. So I went straight to my boxing class from the office. I also work a hybrid job, which is very nice. So that means I'm in the office 3 days a week and I get to work from home 2 days a week. I have a little bit of say over which days I get to go into the office and which days I get to work from home. So this week I'm going to be working in the office Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I'm going to be working from home on Thursday and Friday. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. We are starting on Monday. I just got home from the gym, so I'm going to go hop in the shower and get started on my cozy evening routine. But I'm so excited to bring you guys along for this week in my life. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's go hop in the shower. It is 9:53. I'm in bed for the night. I'm actually so excited to be in bed early for once. I am not usually in bed this early. It is usually much later by the time I'm actually getting into bed. But I know I need to wake up early tomorrow, and I really want to make sure that I get enough sleep because I have a very busy day tomorrow. So we are in bed before 10 p.m. I'm going to try and be asleep before 11. I have a pretty simple wind down routine. I feel like I do some version of this every night. I'm currently setting my alarm for the next morning. I do this on my Hatch alarm clock over there on the other side of my room. I've had this alarm clock for almost an entire year, but I only recently got it to start working like probably about a month ago. And I will say it was very much worth the wait. It has in fact improved my morning routine so much. I usually have my alarms on repeat on a certain schedule, so I don't have to set an alarm every day. But like I mentioned, I have a busy day tomorrow, so my morning is going to be a little bit different than normal. I'm getting up, I'm going to another boxing class in the morning, so I need to set an alarm that's a little bit earlier than normal. I just set that from my phone, so we are all set to get up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Rough. And then before I put my phone away for the rest of the night, I have two little apps that I like to check in on. First, I do my Duolingo. This is where I practice my Spanish. I am currently on a 720-day streak, so I'm only 10 days away from hitting a 2-year streak. And I will also check in on my Finch app. This is where I can check in on my little burb noodle. I have talked about this app in so many different vlogs over the years. I've been using this app for I think like 3 or 4 years at this point. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite apps ever. It is so beneficial for self-care and habit tracking and making sure that you're like building healthy habits. It's also just so cute. This is my burb noodle. He is currently in India and he just got back from his adventure for the day. So I like to end my night by chatting with him, checking off any goals that I haven't so far, and just reflecting on my day overall. I feel like it's a really good way to wind down. That is usually the last app that I will use before I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and go to bed. Depending on how tired I'm feeling, I also like to wind down by reading before bed. I will be so honest, I don't usually read more than a couple pages because by the time I pick up my book, I am usually already falling asleep. This is the book that I'm currently reading, People to Follow by Olivia Worley. It is like a murder mystery, suspense, thriller. It's pretty good so far. I am almost done with it. I only have probably like 100 pages left, and I think we're getting close to the end when I'm finally gonna figure out who did it. So I'm just gonna read until I fall asleep, and we'll see how far I get in this book. everybody, welcome back. It's about 6:40 right now. I got home at probably 6:30. I've been home for like 10 minutes. Just put my bag down, unpacked my lunchbox, and heated up dinner for the night. I meal prepped this weekend. I almost just spilled that everywhere. I meal prepped salmon with green beans and a little bit of pasta on the side. I've been using protein pasta recently just to get a little bit more protein in my diet, and it makes it so much more convenient during the week to be able to just have something I can grab right out of the fridge and just pop in the microwave for dinner rather than having to cook something. So we're just having a yummy little dinner. I'm eating a little bit on the early side, at least for me. I usually eat dinner at probably like 7:30 at the earliest, usually later closer to like 8:30, 9:30, 10:30 most nights. But I actually have plans for the evening, so I wanted to eat on the earlier side so I'm not worried about like eating dinner while I have my plans. I'm so excited. I have company coming over tonight and we are having a fun little autumn fall themed date night. I feel like I've been spending so much time on my screens recently, so I planned this entire evening to be pretty much screen free, or at least like low screen involvement. I've just been spending so much time on my phone and my computer that I really needed like a digital detox and some time away from my screens. So we're having a cozy little date night in. We are gonna be coloring, I'm gonna make cookies, and I'm so excited. It's just gonna be a little like digital detox, screen refresh, spending some time offline. It's just gonna be, I'm so excited. Around this time of year, I try and be really aware of how I'm feeling. This is usually about the time of year when seasonal depression usually starts to kick in for me. Like right now, it's 6:41 and the sun has already gone down. Like it is almost dark outside. So I'm trying to romanticize my evenings as much as possible and just celebrate this season of like, yeah, it gets darker a little bit earlier now, but like that doesn't mean that it has to be like sad or bad vibes. Like you can still have fun and have cute little evenings even if the sun is going down earlier. And I feel like planning intentional time like this to really just like enjoy your evenings makes it so much easier to romanticize your life, romanticize your evenings, enjoy your time after work, and not be as susceptible to those like fall blues that I feel like I get a lot, that I know a lot of people also get during this time of year. So cheers, let's have an absolutely phenomenal low screen indoor romanticized date night. Happy Wednesday! We've made it to the middle of the week, and honestly, thank goodness. I don't typically drive to the office anymore. I used to drive every day, but it's just such a pain. So recently I've been taking the metro, and it definitely takes a long time to metro. Like it takes me probably an hour and 20 minutes, an hour and a half from door to door, like when I leave my office to when I walk into my apartment. However, it also takes me an hour and a half to drive home from the office to my apartment, and I'm wasting gas, and I'm paying tolls, and I'm driving, so I have to actually pay attention. Whereas when I'm on the metro, I can be editing a TikTok, I can be editing a YouTube video, I can be responding to comments, I can be taking a nap, like I can be doing whatever I want to do on the metro. And when I'm driving, it still takes the same amount of time. I just have to focus on the road, so it kind of feels like I'm wasting time. However, when I woke up this morning, it was pouring rain and I did not feel like dealing with that all day. So it all worked out and we have made it home for our Wednesday evening. I just walked in the door. I am currently having one of the sugar cookies that I baked last night. We ended up having to make multiple batches because we ended up with so much dough. I didn't realize that I should have made a half batch of dough instead of the full batch of dough. So we ended up with so many cookies. And the first batch definitely got a little bit over baked. So they're a little crunchy. That's fine with me. I have never met a cookie that I don't like. It's currently 6:51 p.m. Just walked in the door. New episodes of Survivor come out on Wednesdays, so I will be watching the new episode of Survivor tonight. I am very excited. This is my first year watching Survivor, and I actually have a friend who's on this season, so it's kind of like a cool personal connection. I get to like watch him and cheer him on. So if anyone else is watching Survivor this season, we are rooting for Alex. I unintentionally wore blue today to support the blue team. But that's not for another hour or so I'm gonna hop in the shower and just rinse off the day. Today was my last day in the office for the week, and I'm working from home for the next 2 days. So I am very excited to have a cozy night in where I can just chill and I don't have to worry about getting up early the next morning or going to bed early so I can go to the office. So cheers, I'm gonna finish my cookie and then hop in the shower. Happy Thursday! I got to work from home today, which was so lovely. I had such a relaxing day. I was able to stay in my comfy clothes all day, work from the couch, just spend a little bit of time relaxing because I feel like I've kind of been like go for the last couple weeks, and it was just nice to have a day to kind of relax. I just finished up work for the day. It is 6 o'clock on the dot. I'm gonna change out of my comfy clothes and go for a walk. I'm very excited. I have not been out of my apartment all day, so it'll be really nice to get some fresh air and just get my body moving. Usually when I go on walks, I'm kind of just going with the purpose of walking, but today I actually have another purpose. I need to go to the public library and drop off a book that I had rented out from the library. It's due this weekend and it's time for me to return it, so I'm gonna head out before the sun sets and walk over to the library to return my book and hopefully catch a little bit of the sunset while I'm out there too. We have made it home from my walk. It is 7:30 right now. It is officially dark outside, which is very sad for me, but I'm going to have a cozy hobby night in. I wish I'd thought to start filming this during my lunch break when I started this blanket, but I'm not very far in. You guys know I love to craft, I love to make things, I love to crochet, I love to knit, and I usually do small scale stuff, but I've been seeing these chunky hand knit blankets all over the internet and they look so fun and pretty easy to make, so I started making one. I am not that far in, I'm only a couple of rows in, but so far it's looking pretty good. You can kind of start to see it coming together. We've got like the little V's coming together. I made it extra large. This is the short side because I'm going to give it to my dad as a gift for Christmas this year, and I'm gonna make it Michigan colors. So I'm starting with this really pretty blue color as the base, and then I also got some maize and some white, and I'm just gonna do small little stripes at the top and at the bottom. So it's mostly gonna be blue. This is like what, 4 or 5 rows, 6 rows, and this is already one entire ball of yarn. So I'm worried that I didn't get enough because I only got one of the yellow and one of the white. We'll see. I might end up having to go get another 1 or 2 balls of the blue yarn, but I think we're okay. I think we've got some time until Christmas, so it's okay. But I'm just gonna throw on a little TV show and work on my blanket for a little while. I talked about this in one of my recent videos, how I like to actually physically make things with my hands. I feel like it really helps ground me and it really helps me feel like more in control when I'm feeling overwhelmed. It really helps me just feel like at peace nice and like calm down. It's a really nice evening activity. I feel like it's better for me than just like scrolling on my phone. I am gonna throw on Grey's Anatomy in the background. You guys know I started watching that over the summer, I think, and I took a break for a while. I haven't been watching it, but I've been getting back into it recently. So I'm just gonna throw on an episode of Grey's Anatomy and work on my blanket for a little while, and it's just gonna be a cozy, fun little fall hobby night. And this is like the perfect activity for a Thursday evening, especially after earlier this week when I've had a couple other fun things going on in the evenings. So let's see how much progress I make on this blanket. You guys, look how cute this blanket is turning out. It's soft, it's cozy, it's warm. Oh my gosh. It's also shockingly easy to do. I've never done this before, and I got all of this done in just one day. It's been like a couple of hours that I've worked on this blanket, and I've done all of this today. Like it's pretty simple. So this is your sign. If you've been wanting to try to make one of these, now is like the perfect time to start, when it's like starting to get a little bit chillier as we go into like fall and winter. I feel like I made it like a little bit long. I probably could have made it a little bit shorter, especially since like this is the short side, but it's okay. It's just gonna be big. But yeah, if you've been seeing these and you've been considering making one of your own, I would highly recommend it. I'm having so much fun. I can't wait to finish it. I am going to put it away for now. I'm like getting to the end of my yarn. It did go through a lot more yarn than I was thinking. So I'm definitely gonna need to go restock my yarn supply to finish this blanket. I'm probably gonna need to get a bunch more yarn, but I'm so happy with the way it's turning out. I think it's very cute. I'm so excited to see how it looks when it's completely done. Anyway, you guys can probably see the time down there. It is almost midnight, so I'm gonna head to bed. I had planned to go to bed early tonight, and then I got sidetracked working on my new project, but it's okay. I'm working from home again tomorrow, so luckily I can sleep in the morning. And I will see you guys tomorrow for Friday evening to round out this little week of evenings romanticizing my life vlog. Happy Friday, you guys. We have made it to the end of the week. Thank goodness. I can't wait for the weekend. This has been a long week. I had a really long week last week, and your girl just needs a weekend. I am more than ready. TGIF, y'all. I worked from home again today. I just finished up everything that I needed to get done. We tend to finish a little bit earlier on Fridays, so it's about 5:30 right now. I'm gonna head out and run some errands this afternoon. I ordered $83 worth of yarn this morning, and it's ready for pickup. I'm gonna go pick up the yarn so that I can finish, or at least make some more progress on the blanket that I started yesterday. I actually just had kind of a scare with Michaels. I ordered the yarn at Michaels at 2 different locations because they didn't have enough stock of the yarn that I needed, and I got a notification a couple minutes ago that my order had been picked up at one of the locations, which was untrue. I have been here all day. I have not gone to pick up my yarn. I have no idea what happened. But I knew when I placed my order that I had ordered their entire stock of the blue chunky yarn. So I was freaking out. I immediately called the store and said hi. I explained the situation. I placed this order, and it said that it just got picked up, but I didn't authorize anyone to pick it up. Can you please help me? And the guy on the phone was very helpful, and he got the situation sorted out for me. So shout out to him. But I got so stressed because that's expensive yarn. It was like $30 worth of yarn, and I thought that someone else had just gotten my yarn, but they didn't. So I'm on my way to actually go pick up my yarn, but I'm just having such a good time with my crafting era right now. I feel like fall is the perfect time to get into your cozy crafty hobbies, and I can't wait to see how the full blanket looks when it's all finished and put together. So I'm gonna run out to the store before it gets too dark out and pick up my yarn, and hopefully I get all of the yarn that I ordered. secure. And I just threw dinner in the oven. It is shaping up to be an absolutely spectacular Friday night. It's 9:01 right now. I am planning on having a very cozy, chill evening. I'm gonna work a little bit more on my blanket, make use of the yarn that I just bought. Have dinner. I just threw in some chicken and some broccoli to roast in the oven. Very simple. I just love cozy evenings. I feel like they're really underrated, but they are so beneficial, especially a Friday night when you know you have the whole weekend out in front of you. It's just the best feeling in the world. I already changed into my sweatpants. I got out of those jeans as quick as I could, and I'm just gonna work on my blanket for a while until dinner is ready. I think I have like 20 minutes left on the timer, so I'm just gonna work on my blanket for a while dinner is in the oven. Girl, when I was out at Michael's, there were so many fast food restaurants that I was so close to just pulling into and grabbing takeout dinner, but I knew I had food at home. I knew I had chicken in the fridge that I needed to use pretty soon, so I'm very proud of myself for cooking dinner tonight, and honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to it now that I've made it and now that it's roasting in the oven. Officially in bed for the night, and that is gonna round out this week. I feel like this experiment went really well. I kind of tend to neglect my evenings after work. I feel like they kind of just fall into the background and I don't really put a lot of effort into them. I don't really pay attention to them that often. I feel like I'm always more focused on my mornings and my days, and I kind of just let my evenings be like whatever. But it was kind of nice to actually sit down and focus on the evenings every day this week and put some effort and some intention behind all of my different fall activities and evening activities. It is 11:10 right now. I am just going to read until I fall asleep. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like on it for me down below and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would love to have you join the family. We are almost to 50K. We are so close to hitting 50K. I would love to have you guys help me hit that milestone before the end of the year. And let me know down in the comments below what other videos you want to see on my channel for fall or for the rest of the year. But that's gonna be it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.
So let us dance this
Bye,
night
guys.
away.